Another match from the start of May, this time playing my IS with Teledan and Shach, who have not played for a long time actually. I think this is their first game in like a year or so, maybe longer. So, not a huge game, not even really an impressive game. The main reason I'm going to upload it is a gratuitous ammo rack followed by beating up on a pair of tier 5s and then getting really pissy about it. Because you know me, I love turrets flying into the air and pubbies' keyboards flying out of their windows. Being a top tier heavy on Ruinberg, I head straight for the city. Got a couple guys spotted out in the field, including the Tiger, which is probably the biggest threat to me on the enemy team. Teledan's still got the... well, he's in an SU-152, so he's using the 122mm on that. Shach is playing his S51, considering that his beloved T23 is no longer a thing. Well, it is a thing, it's a Clan Wars reward tank, but it's a really gimped version of it. So I decided to poke around this corner and see what's here. And oh look, take a snapshot of the T25, and for once it actually pays off. Might clip in a little close-up of that or something at the end of the video. I just love watching those turrets fly off. There's an IS and an IS-2 on that corner, which are not really the kind of thing I want to be in front of, given the amount of damage that those two can put down in a single salvo, one shot each. So although I kind of poke the corner trying to discourage them from coming around and seeing if they will, as soon as a bunch of tier 5s get spotted behind me, I decide I'll deal with them instead. Much easier target. And then that also gives me an in on the IS position by working around them through the center of town. So one Stug runs through the one line, and these two turtle up here. They're both running dirt guns, so they're both basically not... oh sorry, I'm wrong, I'm bad. The Stug is running a dirt gun, the Panzer IV is running the 75. Badly misremembering. Anyway, the Stug thinks he can get away. No, he gets the front bumper. Even if they'd both been running the 75s, they're not really threats. And there we go, the Panzer IV is really mad that a tier 7 came around the corner and beat up him and his friend. Maybe next time don't be around the corner from a tier 7 then. Just a thought. Anyway, here's where I fuck up. I encounter an HE slinging dirt gun carrying AT2 and whiff my shot really horribly on his cupola and get shot twice by a KV1 and almost get shotgunned by Artie. Then actually let this guy get a significant amount of damage into me just firing HE at me. But wait, it gets better. I decide to go after him around the corner while I let Teledan deal with the KV1. That shot was never going to be a thing. And then this happens. I actually let this shitter outplay me. It was a bad shot there. I should have shot at the flat panel on the side rather than the curved part. I think I was actually trying to, but as we all know, I have ping issues playing from Australia. But in the end, I am able to get him without being hit again. And that's the end of the match. Just shy of 2.1k. It's not a terrible match in a tier 7 heavy, but it's not exactly spectacular. The 5 kills, again, not really spectacular. I beat up on tier 5s, basically. But, like I said, you know I love those turrets popping off. I'm so glad they added that effect in finally, and every time it happens I feel like I have to upload it, or I have to get Marius to make a gif of it or something, because it's so fun to watch. Anyway, I suppose, since I like to kind of say what each video demonstrates, other than excellent special effects on the part of Wargaming, what this video demonstrates more or less is if you're faced with a pair of equal tier heavies on a strong position, and ISs on a corner are in a strong position because they can peek and poke at will, then sure, turn around, go beat up on the tier 5s that are parked around from you. You know, if there's lower tier tanks that you could easily face roll, and a pair of same tier heavies as you, go for the lower tier tanks. I mean, there's any concept of honor or decency in World of Tanks is fucking stupid, and anyone who says otherwise is a fucking moron. If you get the chance to go beat up on tanks that can't fight back, go do it. Like, as long as it's not going to cost you the game, as long as it actually contributes to you winning the game, which it did here because I was able to take them out and then work my way around the IS and the IS2 rather than deal with them head on. Stuff like that, just go for it. Make it happen. You will get less XP if you're fighting exclusively lower tier tanks, but you know, sometimes you just got to throw your own interests under the bus and let the team win it. If I'd wanted to go for XP, I would have engaged those two same tier heavies, and it probably would have been a complete disaster. I probably would have lost. And yeah, don't do that. The way I see the game is, it is a team game. And because not only is it a team game, but it's a team game where losing actually actively fucks over your team. You know, it slows down people's grinds to get tanks. It slows down their crew grind, which is the worst in the fucking game. And it negatively impacts on their stats. And some people don't care about their stats, but some people do. So wherever you can, you should try and win it for your team. Even if it means you have a shitty game and you don't get much XP, as long as you get the win for everybody else, everyone's happy. Just go for that. Don't play for personal glory, because fucking personal glory doesn't get you anything except a bad reputation amongst other players who are good and actually play for wins. I've got a long list of people I don't trust to actually carry because they'd rather just sit in back and try and get huge W and 8 numbers from sniping and stuff.